It's an exciting day, and I want to thank everyone for coming. You know, Arlington is a city with a wonderful history of smart projects that benefit both our economy and our taxpayers. And being home to the Texas Rangers is a great example. They're a part of the fabric of our community. In fact, many times we say they're a part of our DNA. They are who we are. You know, and it has made watching baseball so much fun. In fact, so many memories over the years of watching baseball in Arlington, Texas. And it's been a wonderful partnership that spanned over 4 decades. And in fact, we've all heard the story of how Mayor Vandergriff spent over a decade himself trying to bring Major League Baseball here to Arlington. So exciting, and yet he had some obstacles. In fact, even the President of the United States didn't want him to have that, to steal the Washington Senators to come to the Texas Rangers. But you know, the city of Arlington had a dream. They dreamed about bringing Major League Baseball to Arlington, and they did it. That dream became reality. And then in the early 1990s, it became time for Arlington to be proactive to keep the Rangers and build the ballpark in Arlington, now called Globe Life Park. Mayor Richard Green brought together our citizens. That can-do spirit was very prevalent, in which our community came together and said, we love our Rangers. We want them to stay. Again, Arlington had a dream, and that dream became reality there because that first-class stadium of ballpark in Arlington was built, and so many great memories, all the way from Kenny Rogers' perfect game to, of course, the American League pennant win over the New York Yankees. Was that not awesome? And then after that, Mayor Elsie Odom motivated our city. We grew the entertainment district. We actually laid the groundwork there for great things to come. And then, of course, we had the opportunity and the vision of the Dallas Cowboys to come to Arlington, Texas. Mayor Cluck mobilized our community, brought our citizens together. Again, that can-do spirit was there. Again, there was a dream to bring America's team to Arlington. And that dream became reality, and it happened. So many times here in Arlington, we've had those dreams, and we've made it happen. We haven't just talked about it, we've made it happen. And today, we have a very historic announcement that is going to shape the future of our city for the next generation. The Texas Rangers have chosen to stay in Arlington, Texas. Isn't that awesome? Yes, the city of Arlington and the Rangers have come together on an agreement that will keep the Rangers in our city through the year 2054. And this agreement was spurred by our citizens who overwhelmingly told our city council, we want to keep the Rangers. We love them. We want them here in Arlington for generations to come. Our families and business leaders understand that the Rangers have been one of Arlington's strongest economic engines. And I'm so proud of our council, the resolve, the determination. We knew that this was something we needed to be proactive on and get busy. You know, our storied relationship with the Rangers over these 45 years meant that there was not any other option. We needed to keep the Rangers here in our city. And yes, we have been proactive in showing the Rangers the value of Arlington and our partnership. And a big step in being proactive was getting the Texas Live project done. Texas Live is going to include a world-class entertainment venue, much like the St. Louis Ballpark Village, along with a 300-room upscale hotel, which has been the vision of our community for decades to get development going there by the ballpark. And this project is happening. Did y'all hear that? This project is happening. Here this fall, you're going to see shovels in the ground, and we're going to see that construction begin. Well, that is phase 1. And we're here today to talk about phase 2. And before I go any further, I want to introduce to you a man who has made a tremendous difference here in North Texas. And I speak on behalf of our entire city, our city council, when I say thank you for everything that the Rangers have done for our city, and also for building a championship caliber organization in the Texas Rangers. We have an incredible partnership, and I'm very grateful. And I want to turn it over to the owner of the Texas Rangers, Mr. Ray Davis.
Thanks, Mike. I have to admit that the Ranger ballpark in Arlington is a little bit personal. I go back to the old ballpark, and yes, when I couldn't afford it, and I spent $6 for a bleacher seat, and I sat there at 105 degrees, and the Rangers were losing. It wasn't a lot of fun, but I was a fan. And then when we built a new ballpark, my family and I had season tickets behind third base. And I'd have to tell you, it also got hot behind third base on day games. And then a few years later, my business partner and I, Kelsey Warren, bought an upper deck, not an upper deck, an upper level suite. And I would tell you that our mood the next day was dictated on whether the Rangers won or lost. So this is personal with me. And it's personal when I think about where our fan base comes from. And, we service 5 states. We have people from Oklahoma, West Texas, East Texas, South Texas come in here to come to our ball games. And Arlington, to me, is a natural place to come. It's our responsibility as owners for our fans to have the very best fan experience they can for the years to come. The Rangers have had a long and successful partnership with the city of Arlington. This is our 45th year. Man, I'm getting old. And this agreement will extend the relationship for another 37 years. I want to thank Mayor Williams and the Arlington city leaders, both the current leaders and the past leaders that have brought us through now what will be our 3rd stadium and our 3rd partnership. Their vision and hanging with us in good times and bad times. It's easy to support us when we go to the World Series. It's difficult to support us when we lose 60 games. I also join with Bob Simpson and Neil Liedman and our whole ownership group in saying how excited we are about this possibility. I also want to thank Ken Hirsch, who chaired our board committee to study a possible new stadium. A lot of work went in by, I could keep going on, but Rod Manford had an awful lot to do with the negotiations with Trey and the mayor and working with Populous. But unfortunately or fortunately, his work has just begun. Now that we start building, he's got a lot more work to do. Why a new ballpark? Why a need for a retractable, climate-controlled stadium? We've looked at options to add to our current park, not just for flexibility. It's too expensive, and we wouldn't have any place to play while they were redoing and putting a top over our existing ballpark. Better for the fans. We can eliminate the threat of inclement weather. Fans know our game will always be played on schedule. Both our players can work out year-round. Right now, they work out in various places around Central Metroplex, attracting free agents, easier to attract jewel events like the All-Star Game, concerts, etc. The other morning, I came to work, and it was about daylight, and I drove 360 around the ballpark. And that day, I called Tom Schieffer, said, you and President Bush did a tremendous job designing this ballpark. How it stood the test of time. It's a classic baseball look. And I went in the office and talked to Rob, and I said, let's talk to our architects, and let's see if we can't build a roof over what we've got, can we preserve the tradition of what we have? Can we build a ballpark as much as we can like what we've got and put a roof on it? And the architects, yeah, we can do that. So that's our plan. Our plan is to have a classic ballpark look, and these are concept drawings you're seeing here. There's a lot more work to do. One of the advantages of building a new ballpark, technology is changing dramatically, and it's difficult to add technology with an older facility, and we can add technology that will make the fan experience a lot better. The surrounding development to make Arlington Entertainment District a special destination year-round. This has been a long-term goal of the Rangers and Arlington. We have achieved the first step with the agreement to develop and build Texas Live, the hotel, and construction will start the next few months. We see a new ballpark as a next step to create a world-class entertainment district in Arlington.
Thank you, Ray. We certainly agree with that on the world-class entertainment. Let me share with you a little bit about the agreement. First of all, the Arlington City Council will discuss the terms of this agreement this next Tuesday, May the 24th, in our council meeting. And with council approval, the Texas Rangers and the City of Arlington will execute a commitment to a master agreement and franchise extension. A second resolution would be required by the City Council that would initiate the process to send the master agreement to the State Comptroller for approval. Then later this summer, the City Council would call an election to keep the Texas Rangers in Arlington to be set for November the 8th, 2016. And we're talking about taking in our existing sales tax that we have paying for Cowboys Stadium. It would not be a new additional tax, but we would just be extending that to pay for this venue. The deal is 50-50. The city would put in $500 million. The $500 million investment also by the Rangers, and the city does cap their contributions there, and the Rangers will take care of any overages that are there. And then let me be clear again. When approved by our voters, there would be no additional tax. We're very excited about this. And we have the opportunity to build this new retractable roof stadium. And then the City of Arlington residents would then be able to extend the wise and proven funding mechanism that we have used now for two premier sports facilities in both the ballpark in Arlington, Globe Life Park, and AT&T Stadium. And when the current bonds for the Dallas Cowboys Stadium have been paid, new bonds for a Texas Rangers ballpark can be issued and serviced by the same half-penny sales tax that voters approved in 2004 for the football stadium and for the current baseball stadium prior to that. You know, it's interesting. Our sports venues have long been a wise investment here in our community. Whenever we have invested in the entertainment district, it has paid off tenfold. We've been able to take the money that we've made out of the entertainment district to help strengthen our neighborhoods, to help pay for police and fire and parks and libraries. It has been such an important mechanism that has been so good. And then I want to commend our former mayors and our council members for the wise decisions that they have made. We're able to build on the rich legacy that we have here in our community, one in which we have always been very responsible and fiscally conservative. And then to share with you, we have recently earned a AAA bond rating by Standard & Poor's, and that has allowed our city to thrive while others have been struggling in many times. And we're very proud of that opportunity for us again to offer a very important initiative that is going to pay off for us. And as Ray said, we are looking forward to creating a world-class venue even beyond what it is today. When you look at Six Flags, the Texas Rangers, the Dallas Cowboys, what an incredible venue, a very unique venue, unlike any in the world, all at the gateway to DFW International Airport in the center of North Texas that is growing. And yes, we believe that this is the best location for the Texas Rangers. It's the best location for Arlington, and it's the best location for North Texas and the entire five-state region. What a tradition that we have here, and what a great partnership that we have had for 45 years, and it's awfully great to be talking about extending it for another 4 decades. Is that not awesome? You know, and the last thing I'll say is that I'm very proud of our citizens. They do have that can-do spirit, and we don't just talk about it. We know how to build it. We have a track record of being able to build premier sports complexes. And now, with this great partner, this current Texas Ranger ownership, we are going to be creating a world-class venue here as we move forward. So, Ray, I want to thank you for this partnership and thank you for what we're about to do.